Hey homies, what's up? Another Friday, another article corner. And today we're talking about something optimistic. In an unprecedented clinical trial, a dozen rectal cancer patients saw their tumors disappear after they received an experimental drug called dostarlimab. And none of the patients experienced side effects from the treatment. Yeah, let's talk about it. The 12 trial participants all have a type of rectal cancer that tends to be resistant to chemotherapy and radiation and is known as mismatch repair-deficient rectal cancer. This type of cancer emerges when cells' mechanisms for repairing DNA falter. Normally, as cells make copies of their DNA, specific enzymes work to correct any typos that may crop up in the genetic code. However, when the genes that code for these copy editing enzymes are faulty, cells end up accumulating DNA typos that can lead to cancer. An estimated 5 to 10% of rectal cancer patients are mismatch repair deficient, according to the New England Journal of Medicine. The cancer's resistance to chemotherapy and radiation means that affected patients are more likely to need surgery to remove all or part of the rectum, which can cause permanent nerve damage and bowel, urinary, and or sexual dysfunction. The researchers launched their trial in hopes of helping patients avoid these potential side effects of surgeries. They suspected that dostarlimab might help shrink or eliminate patients' tumors based on previous trials with a drug of the same class called pembrolizumab. Pembrolizumab and dostarlimab are known as checkpoint inhibitors, which are drugs that boost immune cells' ability to identify and attack cancer cells. Pembrolizumab showed benefits as a first-line treatment in patients with metastatic mismatch repair-deficient cancers, meaning those whose tumors had begun to spread throughout the body. In patients, the drug helped to stabilize, shrink, or eliminate tumors and thus prolong their lives. In the new trial, researchers wanted to see what a similar drug could do for patients with local cancer that had not yet become metastatic. The trial participants received 500 milligrams of dostarlimab every 3 weeks for 6 months. The initial expectation was that, following this treatment, most of the patients would still need to undergo the standard combination of chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and potential surgery. But instead, all 12 patients' cancers completely cleared on dostarlimab alone. Their tumors were undetectable on physical examination, endoscopy, PET, and MRI scans. About a year later, none of the patients required further treatment and none of their cancers had grown back. Furthermore, even now, more than 2 years later, no patients have required chemoradiation or surgery, and no cases of progression or reoccurrence have been noted during follow-up. Even though these results are cause for great, amazing, undeniable optimism, without further research, dostarlimab cannot yet replace the standard curative treatment for mismatch repair-deficient rectal cancer. In some cases, patients' response to checkpoint inhibitors can last for years, but in others, the effects can wear off much more quickly. And in general, cancer regrowth occurs in about 20 to 30% of patients whose condition is managed without surgery. Very little is still known about the duration of time needed to find out whether a clinical complete response to dostarlimab equates to a cure. But despite these uncertainties, The new trial results are compelling and hint that, in the future, there could be a dramatic shift in how rectal cancer is treated. If immunotherapy can be curative for rectal cancer, eligible patients may no longer have to accept functional compromise in order to be cured. While longer follow-up is needed to assess response duration, this is practice changing for patients with mismatch, repair-deficient, locally advanced rectal cancer. There you go, guys. Hopefully that starts your weekend on a good note. I'll be back next week. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe. As always, if you like what we do, please share the video, hit the like button, and consider subscribing to the channel. All right. Catch y'all next time. Later.